Hello students, welcome to the online classes of Modi Public School, Kota. Hope you all are safe and having good times at home. Today we will study chapter 2 of computer of class 8th and the name of the chapter is Log on to Access. The topics we will cover are concept of database and DBMS, types of structure of database, advantages of database, DBMS, database management system, Access 2016, components of MS Access, table view, data types, primary key, and questions based on our learning. A database is an organized collection of data. It helps us to enter, manage, access, and analyze a large amount of information quickly and efficiently. For example, we all use database in our daily life. We maintain our personal address diaries wherein we record addresses and telephone numbers of our friends and families. Some other examples are dictionary, grocery list. As we all know, it is very difficult to maintain database manually when there are hundreds or thousands of records, as the chances of committing errors increases. Next is types of database. There are mainly two types of database, flat file database and relational database. A flat file database refers to the data files that contain records which have a small fixed number of fields without any structured relationship. For example, Microsoft Excel, in which we just enter the data without any relationship between those. Next is relational database. A relational database stores the data in several tables and link those tables together to get a common piece of information. For example, Microsoft Access, Microsoft SQL, and Oracle are few examples of relational database. Database contains a specific structure to store data. Let us study some basic terminologies used in a database. Tables. Tables are the building blocks of a database. They store the complete data in a structured manner, that is, in the form of rows and columns. Every table has a finite number of columns and rows. Next is queries. A database stores a vast amount of data, but queries help us to retrieve the filtered data based upon some conditions. Queries are also used to perform actions such as delete, update, etc. on the data based upon some conditions. Forms. Forms are the user-friendly interfaces that facilitate the process of entering data in tables and queries. A form has an attractive interface that accepts data from the user and forwards it to the corresponding table or query. Reports. Reports are used to display the selected data in a printable format that collect the summarized data from one or more tables, queries, and organize it in a printable form which we want. Elements of a table. Elements of a table. Given below is a table students having fields, records, and data. As you all can see in this table, there are different entries. So here fields, all the columns in the table are called fields. A field describes a particular attribute of all the records in a table. For example, the field that mentions the roll number of the table students will store the roll numbers of all the students. Records. The rows in a table are called records. A record contains the value for all the fields that belongs to a single person or an entity. For example, when we enter data to all the fields such as roll number, first name, marks for a given student, it creates a new row in a table which is called a record. Next is data. A set of characters that represents a valid value is known as data. DBMS. DBMS stands for Database Management System. It is an application software which is used to create, modify, and extract data from a database. It manages and organizes the records in the form of tables. It is very difficult to maintain database manually when the entries are in thousands of records, as the chances of committing errors increases. A DBMS is a computerized record keeping system that enables you to create, modify, store, and extract your information from a database. Therefore, data handling using DBMS becomes fast and efficient. Advantages of DBMS. A DBMS provides the user with efficient and reliable methods of data retrieval. It facilitates the reduction of data redundancy, as we are having some common fields, so data redundancy is reduced. It increases the efficiency, speed, and flexibility in searching and accessing information, thus saving time and energy. In a DBMS, the data administrator has a complete control over the database. It ensures that data is accessed only by the authorized users. Microsoft Access. Microsoft Access is the most popular and powerful relational database management system that serves as an integral part of the Microsoft Office suite application. It has a graphical user interface. It is used to organize and manipulate a large volume of data efficiently. It organizes data in the form of tables. Some other popular RDBMS are Oracle, Structured Query Language, that is MySQL. Let us understand the concept of relationship with the help of an example. Given below, the two tables are there: students information table, marks table. The student information table consists of information about students are displayed here, such as roll number, first name, father's name, address, telephone number, and date of birth. In the second table, we are having roll number, percentage, and grade. We will take only a common field in the second table. As you can see, here is roll number is the common field in both the tables. Now you can define a relationship between both the tables by using this common field. The value of roll number in marks table are the same as in students information table. Thus, by splitting information into separate tables, RDBMS reduces duplication of data. Components of Microsoft Access 2016. We can look here in this picture. There are different components. Starting from title bar, it is located at the top of the window and displays the name of the current database. Then quick access toolbar. This toolbar is present at the top left corner of the access window. It contains the most frequently used common command buttons by default, which are save, undo, and redo. Ribbon. It contains various tabs, each with several groups of relevant commands. Some tabs appear when we work with certain objects like forms. A new feature, tell me what you want to do, which can be used to get quick help on the topics that you are looking for or the commands that you want to use in your document. Navigation pane. This pane is present on the left side of the Access window. It displays the name of the objects used in the database, such as tables, queries, forms, reports, etc. Navigation buttons. As the name suggests, it helps in navigating through the records. The navigation buttons display the current record number in an object. Object tabs. The objects that you have opened in a database appear right above the work area in a tabbed form. Clicking on any tab displays the contents in the work area. Click on the cross button on the right end of the bar to close the current tab. Status bar. This bar is located at the bottom of the window, as you can see here. On its extreme left, it displays the name of the current view, and on its right, it displays 4 view buttons, which are Datasheet view, Design view, Pivot table view, and Pivot chart view. Data types. What are data types? Every field has its own set of properties which describes the characteristics of data added to that field. A field's data type determines what type of data you can enter into a field. Given below is table having different data types with their functions. Let us discuss few of them. Short text. It is used to store text or a combination of text and number that does not require calculations such as address and phone numbers. The fields with this data type can have a maximum of 255 characters. Long text. It is used for descriptive fields. Number. It stores numeric information that you can use for calculations. A number data type can store integer values as well as decimal values. The maximum size of a number field can be 16 bytes. Date/time. It stores date and time values. You can display dates and times in various formats. The maximum size used by this data type is 8 bytes. Currency. This is used to store monetary data up to 8 bytes. Yes or no. It is used to at places where the field can have only one possible value. It can either be true or false, yes or no, on or off. For example, a student can either be a male or female. Hyperlink. The hyperlink data can store links to web pages, websites, files on an intranet or LAN on your computer. It stores up to 1 GB of data. Primary key. A primary key is sort of check on the table that every record in the table is unique. The field that is designated as primary key of the table can neither have duplicate data nor it can be left blank while entering the data. From the table given below, we can understand this. suppose you have a student table that contains records regarding students of a class. As we can see, here are different field names, roll number, name, class, house, and tuition fee of students. Here we can use roll number field as a primary key. Since all the roll numbers are unique for each student, we cannot consider the student's name field for primary key, as there is always a possibility that more than one student in a class might have the same name or the similar name. Therefore, the student's roll number field can be set as primary key. Now, let us solve some questions based on the following table structures. Given below is a table having different fields: employee name, date of joining, project name, employee ID, salary, and designation of various employees. Now, identify the data type for the following fields: employee ID, date of joining, and salary. Employee ID, the data type is number. For that, date of joining, date or time. For salary, number. Second one is list the employees as per their salaries, displaying the highest paid person at the top and the lowest paid person at the bottom. Now, looking from the table, we can easily figure it out that Mansi is having the highest salary and the lowest paid salary is of Rajesh, that is 20,000. Third one is set the maximum number of characters to be entered in the field project name. Now look into the project name. There are different projects: payroll system, MIS, employee management. The longest one is employee management, which is having 19 characters, so the field size is 19. Last, which field can become the primary key? As the date of joining of employees can be same and their names can also be same, one or more than one people can work on the same project, so we cannot consider these as primary key. Designation and salary can also be same, so there is only one option left, that is employee ID, because every employee is having a unique ID. Thank you, students. Hope you got the basic understanding of this chapter from this video. Thanks for watching.